2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. And Brooklyn is where we'll be going just moments from now, as the Nets will be going up against the Miami Heat. For the Heat, they struggled in this matchup last season. Only one win for them through 4 games. They'd like to make a statement tonight. And already the grind of the new season starting to show. Shaq, how do you stay fresh for the long haul, both as a player and as just a massive individual?
Veteran guys, you got to know how to pace yourself. And minute restrictions, you know, it really has become a bigger part of the game.
Yeah, I agree. So, you know, injury histories, always taken into account now. This is why you have to develop depth.
How do you stay fresh for the long haul?
Oh, man, I have this drink I put together.
Oh, really? What is it?
Oh, yeah, it's a little, like, I take tomatoes, right, and I squish them up, and it gets real like tomato sauce. And I put that in. And then I take kale salad. I put that in.
What are you making, spaghetti?
I put ginger in it.
Yeah.
Put that in. I put a little cayenne pepper in, and a little bell pepper.
Sounds disgusting.
Ernie, he's making lasagna over there.
Sounds disgusting.
Can I get some of your lasagna?
Oh, man, it's the pepper. It makes you pep up.
Yeah, that'll do it for us. Thanks for tuning in.
Also gives.
And you've got it on 2K Sports for Wednesday night action in the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. DA will join us tonight on the sideline. For the Miami Heat, they come into tonight's game after the loss to Philadelphia.
You know, I don't like to use the word shock, but that was a shocking result for me. Nobody saw that one coming. To lose to that team was surprising enough, but to get blown out like that?
I know. I mean, I'm with you there. It just seemed as though they were sleepwalking their way through that entire game. It was, in my estimation, just inexcusable.
And for teams not enjoying a quick start to the season, Clark, how long until they start to push the panic button and making some big moves?
You know, Kevin, I don't think you ever can push the panic button. I think you have to have a sense of what direction you're going, be realistic about who you are and what you have. And that's where good leadership comes in, not just with the team itself, from the coaches to the players, but in your front office, too. I mean, you've got to have some flexibility to adjust to the length of the season and challenges of it, and yet still stay on course with your overall plan.
So the opening lineup for the Heat, Olynyk down low with Whiteside. Then there's Richardson, then there's Dragic, and it's Magruder in at the 2. Here's Dinwiddie. It's Russell with the drive. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Here's Magruder. That's in, coming off an assist from Dragic. Magruder's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And just about a minute into the first quarter. Dinwiddie surveying the floor. Allen. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. First trip to the line for him here.
And you know what? The work he's put in at the line starting to pay off. How about 78% on the season?
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
He misses the free throw. Good on the second free throw. We've played just over a minute here in the first. Knocked loose. Dragic kicks to Olynyk. And again, Miami with the triple.
And listen, if you're 7 foot and can shoot threes, there's a place for you in today's NBA. Olynyk has that rare combination.
Now, here is Russell. He's coming off a 25-point game against the Timberwolves in Minneapolis. And stolen by Whiteside. Magruder passes to Whiteside. Over Allen. Back to Magruder. And Dragic has it in the corner. 6 on the shot clock. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Dragic. And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. You take a look at the Thunder. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And I think the Nets, they've started out slow. It's not for a lack of want to. It's just the way the roster is composed. They have as many questions on that roster as they have answers.
And slithering inside, D-Lo, that's Russell's length, helping him convert against pressure.
Fires from the line. Goes back up. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And setting the tone early with a strong move to the rack.
Yeah, I like the aggressiveness and the fearlessness there, Greg. I mean, very committed to getting the shot he wanted.
On the free throw, no good.
And what a story for Hassan Whiteside. A second-round pick back in 2011. He's bounced around. I mean, the G League, China, he even played over in Lebanon. It wasn't until 2015 that he emerged seemingly out of nowhere as a factor for the Miami Heat.
Here's Dragic after D'Angelo Russell's bucket. Outside Dragic. Misses off the right iron.
That's a very low percentage shot. Not good basketball at all. One he probably should have passed on.
It's Russell with the drive. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And just scrapes and claws for that offensive rebound and doesn't take any chances there with the put.
And GA, strong work all around. And the rebound and the stuff both. Wow.
Yep, he stayed with it all the way and got his reward at the end.
Here's Dragic following the bucket by the Nets. Unloads from 9. And again, it's the Heat missing.
He must hit that shot. I mean, the defense, non-factor. Very surprising he missed it.
And then Allen slams it in.
Bit of an oversized playmaking guard allows Russell to see over and around defenders. Great look there.
Heat have gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Here's Richardson. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Philadelphia. And here's the fast break. Here's LeVert. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist.
And LeVert knows exactly where to go in transition. Incredibly quick in the open floor.
And it's Dragic bringing up the ball for Miami. They trail by 1. To the paint. Here's Whiteside, and Allen with the block. Here's Carroll. Pass to Dinwiddie. The shot from the low post is good. Dinwiddie's got his first bucket of the night.
Hey, props to Dinwiddie there. I mean, Spencer, the closer he gets to the rim, the more dangerous he is.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game. They're getting their first look of the season at the Nets in this one.
And they dropped the season series to these guys a year ago. Not their proudest moment.
Greg, a team that on paper they expect to beat Great teams take care of business against the bottom feeders. We'll see if they can handle that end of the bargain here tonight. A chance now to get a glimpse at how the Heat are doing early in the season in the NBA stats.
And you look at their ferocious rebounding. They're imposing their will, and you can see the results. Their physicality is yielding tremendous dividends.
Here's Magruder. 9 points last game. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2. And here's Brooklyn. They're on a 12-4 run. Dinwiddie kicks to Russell. That's tipped. Here's Allen. And Whiteside sends it back.
And Whiteside takes great pride in rejecting shots. Outstanding at getting his arms up and denying shooters.
Feeds it to Richardson. And good that time. Richardson's got his first 2 points.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Passes to LeVert. Now here's Richardson. And he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game. The shot by Carroll, no good.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Got to be more careful. Can't pick up 2 fouls this early on. You just can't.
Andre Hollis Jefferson, he's checked in for Spencer Dinwiddie. And it's the Heat with the ball. Magruder passes to Whiteside. That one good for 2.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Nets trail by 3. Outside, Russell. Here's Hollis Jefferson. Richardson covering. Here's Russell. Unable to get that one. And it's Miami the other way. Well, it's been a long time coming for Nets fans, but starting this offseason, Brooklyn will actually own their own draft pick.
I hope for all Nets fans, they can avoid this situation for a long time.
Now, here's Olynyk. He has 5. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Dragic. There we go. Now in the scoring column with that make, he is 1 for 4.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Here is Russell. He's a solid producer, averaging nearly 22 points a game. Hollis Jefferson, and the basket is good. Dragic with it. And now Russell pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And the slam dunk by Russell.
Boy, I tell you what, Russell is a problem out there. D'Angelo with the anticipation to flick it away and then kick off the fast break.
And the Heat call time here. And when D'Angelo Russell is on the floor, he's looking to attack at every chance he gets.
Yeah, he's a smooth operator now. This guy has all the tools. He's best, though, I think, when he's challenging defenders and probing the defense. Such a skilled and gifted passer. He's got a nice blend of speed and has gotten stronger, which I think is really an asset for him. He can get a little streaky at times, but when he's on, you got to ride his wave because it's a good one.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Ed Davis is checked in for Allen. Harris comes in for Damari Carroll, and it's Napier in for LeVert. And a new group getting ready for Miami. Bam Adebayo's checked in for Whiteside. Johnson comes in for Kelly Olynyk. Winslow's checked in for Richardson. And Dwayne Wade subbed in for Rodney Magruder. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Nets.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunities. They're really keeping it up tempo so far.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
That's good from Harris. You're always looking for guys with confidence, but then some guys maybe go a little bit too far with that element, and the efficiency level will drop below their talent level. There are guys that can be swayed by that.
Yeah, you're right, and it's a mixed bag with those kind of guys because the talent is always on display, and it's hard not to appreciate it, but the inconsistency is frustrating. Perhaps the guy who maybe best epitomizes that is Lance Stevenson, because when he's good, he can give you a lot of stuff at both ends. When he's sideways, he can hurt you a little bit too.
Down low, there's Winslow. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
Now here's Napier. He's still scoreless so far in this one. From 20 feet out, it's Adebayo with the rebound.
And the defense that time was late, and you got to feel fortunate he didn't put that one away.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And to look now at the 4 areas where shots can come from. The paint, mid-range, and shots from deep, all broken down for the Heat.
And the one shot they've stayed away from tonight has been that long 3. They've been a little more consistent with their shot selection, not launching as many deep threes.
And he knocks down the first one. And Dwayne Wade had hoped to return to the Miami Heat. Last season, at the trade deadline, he got his wish.
And it just seems right when he's in a Miami Heat uniform. It's a second home for him, and he's back where he belongs, baby. Wade County.
Both free throws good from Wade.
Man, the confidence and flair that Wade plays with, uniquely his own, a dynamite 2-guard who is also a clutch performer.
Now here is Davis, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Back to Russell. In the corner, it's Harris. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Russell's got 3 assists tonight. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
Here's Adebayo. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Count it.
And I respect the craftiness and savvy of Dragic. I mean, when he gets positioned deep inside, he finds a way to score.
Out left to the wing. Hollis Jefferson finds Davis. From past the arc. It's hauled in by the Heat. And the call will be against Harris. That's foul number 2 for him. And Miami making a change here. Ellington's checked in. Miami's gone 2 of 2 from 3-point range here in the first quarter. The pass to Adebayo. Heat moving the ball around. Takes a shot at the elbow. Wade misses. Brooklyn trailing. On the wing, Harris. And taken away by Johnson. It's stolen by Davis. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Here's Napier. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Well executed, and then you love the strong finish.
Fantastic speed on the break. Speed kill, showing no mercy in transition there, partner.
One shot.
And here is Ellington. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Napier kicks to Russell. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. While we can, let's get a quick check of our 2K leaderboard for a glimpse at one of the NBA's most elite groups. the top three-point shooting wingman in the league. Miami trailing. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Eric Spoelstra gave me a few minutes to catch up. He told me he's looking forward to the matchup tonight. It's their first time against this team, so he is curious to see what his guys do on offense. He said it's important that we're aggressive defensively, that we use our length and shot blocking as a deterrent inside. We'll see if they can be successful tonight. Kevin, back to you.
David, thank you. Do you think that's the right approach, guys?
I don't think it's ever wrong to focus on defense first. It sets a tone that can last for an entire game.
Yeah, that's the most surefire approach to use, guys. I mean, because they don't want to get into a shootout today. I mean, if this becomes a defensive battle, they'd really enjoy that.
Now, here is Russell, following the missed shot by James Johnson. And here we go. Fast break. Ellington's got the ball. Tries again, and he lays it up and in. Ellington's got the game tied up here for Miami.
Great effort, terrific instincts. That's just solid all-around play, Kevin.
Napier passes to Davis. There's 47 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. And the basket by Napier.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, that's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yep, he was on the money, that's no doubt. Now, here's Wade. He's coming off a 22-point game against Philadelphia.
And equally spent as much energy on his D. I mean, 4 steals kind of tell the story.
Now here is Harris, following the missed shot by James Johnson. The Nets shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good. The Heat making a switch here. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. And stolen by Napier, pushing it up. He kicks to Russell. There's the 3. That shot misses. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Nets out in front. They lead by 3. Live from Brooklyn, New York, you're watching 2K Sports. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the Nets, what do you think?
I mean, an interesting first quarter. The pressure D seems to be causing a lot of turnovers.
Just jumped all over him, Greg. I mean, pounced on him, using their length and quickness to come away with those steals.
Now Napier. And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the court for the Heat, Johnson is out there with Justice Winslow. Then there's Wayne Ellington. Then there's Richardson. And it's Adebayo in at the 5. Now here's Richardson. Following the miss by Kenneth Fareed. Over Napier. That one wide left.
Boy, they ran the offense well to get this look. Even though he missed it, I think they liked the shot.
Brooklyn working now with the new shot clock. Harris outside. Pass to Napier. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Fareed. Got a hand on it. It's tipped. Back to Harris. And slam dunk by Harris.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
Miami with the ball. After the basket by Brooklyn, Richardson kicks to Winslow. Just 5 to shoot. Over Harris. And that one comes up a bit short. Brooklyn leading by 5. Davis dishes to Napier. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It goes on Justice Winslow. Clark, when you played, you were dominant inside. Are you surprised at how perimeter-oriented the game now has evolved into?
No, not really, Kevin, because of the three-point line and what it means. The game was created as a game of putting the ball in the basket. Initially, it was by getting the ball as close as you could to the basket with big guys or drives, and now with the three-point line, the shooting has become a premium, and it's really one of the great elements of the game for me, and I love the way folks are playing it now.
Defensive rules have sure made a big difference in this game, haven't they?
Yeah, great point.
And guys, Kenny Atkinson, a coach who has a knack for player development.
Yeah, he does, and the players' improvement on this Nets team speaks to that. I mean, Atkinson has done a terrific job of improving his young players. Also gets the most out of the veterans and teaches them new skills and approaches to their game, which endears them to the players and helps his team.
And he's good on the second. And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. Here's Richardson. Banked in off the glass. Richardson's got his second bucket tonight.
And that's what he does. I mean, he is a bucket getter.
Here's Dinwiddie. Ellington defending. And that's a foul called on Bam Adebayo. That's his first foul. On defense, the Heat. Here's Dinwiddie. 14 points from him the last game against the Timberwolves in Minneapolis.
Well, that was a superb read defensively. He jumped right into the passing lane the instant the ball left the passer's hand.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Davis finds Harris. Shot clock at 5. That shot missing. And the Heat going the other way now. Following this game, they'll hit the road to challenge the Pacers at Pacers Arena in Indianapolis. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And Josh Richardson at the University of Tennessee was a pre-med student, plans on becoming a surgeon. But when the NBA became a possibility, he said he had to switch to an easier major.
And instead of spending 4 hours a day studying, he put that time into the gym. The terrific defender in college, was the 2-time All-SEC defensive player. And with the newfound focus on basketball, he has blossomed as a scorer.
And he makes the first. So for the Nets, Allen's checked in for Davis. Damari Carroll comes in for Harris. And it's LeVert in for Spencer Dinwiddie. The Heat also changing it up. Kelly Olynyk's checked in for Adebayo. And Rodney Magruder's subbed in for Wayne Ellington. And it's tied up with that one.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Now here's Napier. Richardson covering. Here's LeVert. That shot off the mark. And it's Miami the other way. Here's Magruder. A miss that time. Would have put him up.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
Here's LeVert. 11 points for him in that last game against the Timberwolves in Minneapolis.
Yeah, passed the ball well that last time out. Pinpoint passes and racked up a bunch of assists.
Here's Magruder. to the inside. Whiteside and the jam by Whiteside.
And Hassan Whiteside in this deep, forget about it, Kevin. I mean, he's great at getting inside and finishing with force.
Dives for it and out of bounds as the Heat gain possession.
And a chance here to look at the numbers for Magruder. He's averaging 7 points a game, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And really for him, it's about putting in the work and improving his game.
Yeah, and I think he wants to. It's one of those things where you either want it or you don't, and he does.
Now here's Richardson. Olynyk with it, and Allen picks him up defensively. Olynyk can't hit. And here's Napier. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets, trailing by 2. And it's blocked by Whiteside. So it looks like the Nets will retain possession here. Heat on D. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points. Carroll kicks to Napier. Shot to stop the run. And again, no good by Brooklyn. For the Nets, they come into this one following a loss to Minnesota.
Yeah, they gave up in that one. The defense constantly breaking down way too many times.
Yep, and that's not a winning performance. I mean, you got to tighten up the defense moving forward if you're going to get some W's.
Here's Magruder. Nails the corner 3. Magruder's got his 3rd basket of the night.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn.
And with the Tide running against them, needs to talk it over with his guys.
You're exactly right. Halting the other team's run momentarily. Let's see what he comes up with now, Greg.
Goran Dragic is checked in for Richardson. A quick break in the action. Let's check out the fiercest shot swatters in the league. The 4th spot held by Hassan Whiteside.
There aren't going to be many nights when you don't see him affect the game with his shot blocking ability.
Now here's Napier. He's guarded by Dragic. Napier kicks to Carroll. Fareed inside. Olynyk is covering. And with that, the Heat lead is cut down to 3 on the bucket from Fareed.
And with that one, it ends an 11-0 run by Miami.
Carroll against Winslow. Pass to Dragic. And there's the foul. It'll go on Shabazz Napier. That's his first foul. Olynyk against Fareed.
And when Fareed is active on defense, he makes an impact now. He needs to be more consistent on this end.
Carroll kicks to Napier. Passes it to Fareed. Nets passing it around. That one goes. Count it. Now just a 1-point Heat lead. The Heat have gone 4 of 10 in the second quarter from the field. Now here's Dragic. Napier covering. Dragic looking for an opening. 5 on the clock. Magruder passes to Whiteside and stolen by Napier. Knocked away. Stolen by Winslow. Olynyk in the corner. The 3. They get it back. Here's Whiteside. Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Heat.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard. Playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight. And that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
Here's Allen. Hassan Whiteside made his last basket. Here's Napier. It drops for his 3rd basket. He's missed only 1 shot. Miami's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Outside Dragic. Here's Whiteside. Carroll with the rebound. Carroll's got his 6th rebound on the night. Napier finds Allen. Back to Napier. Here's LeVert. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
The pass to Magruder. Outside Dragic. Back to Magruder. Shot clock at 5. Puts it up. Dragic gets the bucket. Dragic has got 6. Timeout called, the Nets. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Hollis Jefferson's checked in for the Nets. D'Angelo Russell comes in for Shabazz Napier. And Miami also making a switch. Wade's checked in.
Well, DeMarre Carroll, an outstanding athlete, using that athleticism on the drive there. Tenacious cutting inside.
Now here's Wade. And he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game. Here's Whiteside, and he drops in the layup off the glass. He's got 10.
Boy, I really like the way he's stroking the ball. I mean, knocking down a bunch of his shots and really being efficient.
Russell dishes to Allen. Down low, Olynyk with the steal. Here's Whiteside, and Allen with the block. And he's able to get it back. And good that time. Nets trail by 5. Out left to the wing. Here's Hollis Jefferson. Wade is covering. Allen passes to Hollis Jefferson. Clock at 6. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Well, a lot of tough teams in this league. Here's where Brooklyn sits right now.
And looking again at those second chance points, they might not be the best in that area, but it is still, I think, to their advantage in terms of the outcome of some games.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. And some changes here for the Heat. James Johnson's checked in for Kelly Olynyk, and Ellington is subbed in for Rodney Magruder. And he misses the second one as well, so he is 0 for 2 that time.
Remember back in 2016, James Johnson signed a make-good contract with the Heat. He's transformed his body, going from about 274 to under 240. And in the following season, they rewarded him with a 4-year, $60 million deal.
Here's Dragic, and Allen with the block. Here's LeVert. He's got 6. And some very quick points for him on that possession. LeVert's got 4 points in the quarter.
I find LeVert to be at his best when he's in rhythm. When he's pulling up off the dribble, you know he's feeling it.
3-pointer Ellington. They get it back. Whiteside. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. Whiteside's got 14.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Russell finds Allen, and stolen by Whiteside. Oh, and here comes Johnson all alone. And then Johnson with the jam.
Boy, I really love the way Dragic spreads that ball around.
1:41 left in the first half of the game. And for James Johnson, losing all that weight seems to have unlocked his versatile, high-energy game, Greg.
Yeah, and this lower weight, Kevin, this guy's a wall of muscle. You combine that with the greater mobility, and now he possesses an athletic advantage most every night he takes the floor. Russell
against Dragic. Allen outside to the right side. Here's LeVert. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. 10 points for him.
You got to D up LeVert better than that, Kevin. I mean, he excels at scoring over the defense.
Russell against Dragic. Wade left side. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Whiteside's got the lead up to 9 now for Miami.
Yeah, and the presence of Whiteside in the paint, really unreal. He is a dominant figure down low. Great work to grab that second chance opportunity.
And it's blocked by Whiteside. And it's LeVert missing. The Heat leading by 9. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. And plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. Miami shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game.
And on the season, you know, they're hitting about 76%, which is a decent rate.
Yeah, it's been a very frustrating season for them in that regard, guys.
The first one falls.
And they struggled a bit at the line in the first quarter, but they have been terrific in the second, up to almost 85% overall.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Davis is checked in for Allen. Harris comes in for Damari Carroll, and Spencer Dinwiddie subbed in for LeVert. Heat also with the sub. Josh Richardson's checked in for Goran Dragic.
And a great job from the line this quarter. They've gotten their percentage way up there.
Out to the wing. Dinwiddie passes to Hollis Jefferson, and stolen by Richardson. Johnson, a wide open look, traps in the tray. Johnson's got 5 points so far. Russell from long range buries the long range jumper.
Okay, we got a nice little back and forth going here.
Yeah, and I like it. I love seeing that. It's a lot of fun when that happens. These teams are going at each other from the outside.
It's been all about Hassan Whiteside for the Miami Heat. He made his mark in a big way on the boards in that quarter. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Coach, how does the defense you're playing impact your offense?
It just energizes us. We have an ignitable group, and that's how we play. So we have to continue to stay the course and try to keep them off the three-point line as best as we can.
Yeah, those runouts get your guys going. Thanks a lot, Spo. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks. Welcome back. This is Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal at 2K Sports. Let's talk first half. A tremendous game we're seeing from Hassan Whiteside. He had 16 points, 4 block shots, and 10 rebounds. He has bounced back nicely from what was a tough night for him in their last game. Judging by that first half, he's back to his old self again. Let's hear from you, Shaq, on the Heat first half.
Yeah. This is the Whiteside I want to see. Aggressive. Going hard after the ball, confident in the offense. He has the size and athleticism to take over, as we saw in the first half. Reminds me of Alonzo Mourning.
And Kenny, what are your thoughts on Brooklyn?
They need to break it down. And I look at the individual areas that they're struggling, like they're getting pounded. I mean pounded, Ernie, on the boards. That's a hustle stat.
And that's a wrap for our halftime show. The third quarter just about to get started.
Welcome back as we get a beautiful aerial view of the Williamsburg Bridge connecting Manhattan and Brooklyn. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You look at Hassan Whiteside in this game. Guys, he's everywhere.
Yeah, and the fact he's posted a double-double with about half the game left to play, that's impressive.
And you know what, Greg? He's showing no signs of slowing down now. This game has been all him, and he's been a force.
And it's Russell with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. LeVert out there with Damari Carroll. Then there's Allen. And there's D'Angelo Russell. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 2. That's the group starting the second half for Kenny Atkinson.
Well, you look at D'Angelo Russell, and this season and last season, I really think it was just about maturing. And that goes with all young players in this league. It's a process. I thought he needed to get away from L.A. and the episode he had there with his teammates. And I think he's now more focused and knows more of what it takes to be successful in the NBA.
Free throw good, Russell. And for Russell, he had maturing to do, Clark, off the court, but he has also showed maturation in his game on the floor as well.
Yeah, it's a natural progression for guys who are eager to get better and take constructive criticism seriously. He doesn't force it as much on offense now. He knows the importance of being efficient with the ball and not spectacular.
Both good from the line that time.
And, you know, a lot of people are starting to wonder, is Russell going to be the future of this league? Time will tell. That's a big mountain to climb for the young fella from Louisville.
Now, here's Richardson. Kicks it to Olynyk. Back to Richardson. Outside Dragic. Shot clock at 6. Here's the 3. Buries it from three-point range. Dragic has got 9.
The D just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
Pass to Russell. Allen outside, all alone. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Russell's got his 5th assist in this one.
Got to be happy with the result, moving the ball so well on that possession. Beautiful.
Here's Magruder. And D'Angelo Russell picks up the foul. That's his first foul. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Richardson against Russell. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Olynyk. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Olynyk's got his 3rd bucket of the night. Nets trail by 12. To the wing on the left. LeVert the pass to Allen. Here's LeVert. Richardson covering. Good.
Like how assertive Carroll is near the basket, capitalizing inside.
And it's the Heat with the ball. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Here's Richardson and Allen with the block. And they're able to recover. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Russell with it. Now guarded by Dragic. Pass to LeVert. This one for 3. Brooklyn gets it back in a new shot clock. And count it. The shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
And you just hate to give up those second chance points.
Yeah, those are back crushers. I mean, they really crack your back when you give teams second shots like that.
The Nets have made a little more than half their free throws today, 7 of 12.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
And guys, you know what? That's made things hard for them in a lot of their games. I mean, that inability to convert their chances at the free throw line.
Here's Dragic. He's got 9. He kicks to Richardson. Pass to Whiteside. Here's Olynyk. Pulls it from the elbow. Rebound, Brooklyn. Allen's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. To the inside. That's good, and the Heat lead is cut down now to just 8 points with the basket from Carroll.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Right side, no good. Nets have gotten 4 of their first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
You know, Karis LeVert came into the league as a scoring wing, but has changed into a playmaker. I mean, he developed into a primary ball handler out of necessity, and it's a role he's thrived in. He attacks the defense and can finish at the rim himself or find teammates.
He's off on the first. And LeVert has described his game as constantly evolving, something backed up as his transition from wing to simply playmaker.
Yeah, he's a high character, high quality young man, and he's gone through a ton of injuries going back to his days at Michigan, getting more and more comfortable with the ball in his hands because he's a guy that can make plays, and I think his game is just going to continue to grow as the years pass.
So it's Brooklyn now. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Carroll against Olynyk. Russell kicks to Dinwiddie. And again, no good by Brooklyn. The Heat leading by 9. Here's Richardson. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Allen. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. Taking a look at Miami. So far, they've got the 4th best record in the conference. And, of course, Brooklyn, 4.5 games behind.
Yeah, I think for the Nets, with the start they've had, they've taken what was such a hopeful preseason and turned the mood sour.
Can't remember the last time I've seen optimism turn to pessimism as quickly as I have with these guys. I mean, their fans are already talking about who needs to be replaced.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
Yeah, no let up. The killer instinct on display, trying to put this team away. I love the tenacity.
Timeout called, the Nets.
Yeah, the amount of points they've given up here in the paint, that's what they got to talk about.
Absolutely, Greg. I mean, they're getting crushed, killed, hammered, pulverized in the post.
Kenneth Faried, he's checked in for the Nets. Shabazz Napier comes in for D'Angelo Russell. Justice Winslow, he's checked in for the Heat. Now, here's Napier. He's got 8. Dinwiddie passes to Allen. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. 10 points for Allen.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Here's Magruder. 8 points for him. Rocket 6. On the wing, Winslow. Napier covering. Olynyk can't hit.
This has been a rough, turbulent outing for him so far. Fortunately, the rest of his team has bailed him out.
That bucket in no time at all. LeVert's got 13.
And, you know, LeVert, when he's on a roll, he's like a boulder. It just keeps snowballing in a positive direction, and nothing can stop him.
Here's Magruder. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Now, here's Richardson. He's guarded closer. Takes it from 10. Allen with the rebound. And it's Dinwiddie with the ball. Bringing it up now for Brooklyn. 6-point game. He feeds it to Faried. And the dunk by Faried.
Yeah, you know what? Dinwiddie is very dependable at serving his teammates on the court. Seems like a natural leader.
The Heat have gone just a bit under 50% from the field since halftime. 5 out of 11. Olynyk with it. Now guarded by Faried. Olynyk finds Richardson. Now here's Winslow. D right on him. From 12 feet out. The rebound by the Nets. Still anybody's game at this point.
And no question, this is when you really have to have trust on the floor with each possession. And now only one away from being in the penalty.
Yep, the next one puts them on the line, so they've got to be careful the rest of the way.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. James Johnson's checked in for Olynyk, and Dwayne Wade subbed in for Rodney McGruder. Here's Dinwiddie, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And, you know, Spencer Dinwiddie appeared to come out of nowhere. Played in college at Colorado, got hurt right before he was drafted, but he's an outstanding competitor who does all of the little things it takes to win. I mean, you watch him play, and it's easy to see why he earns a coach's trust on the floor.
First one falls for him. And for Dinwiddie, he has the sound fundamentals coaches love. Got an invite to the skills competition last season.
Yeah, he's fluid, but he's almost robotic in that he doesn't waste any movement, and that's a compliment for this guy. I mean, he's not really flashy, but super effective because he knows his game, and he does a nice job blending in with his teammates.
So he gets them both.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
Now here's Wade. Again, the miss by the Heat. Here's LeVert, stood by Winslow, and the dunk by Fareed.
Boy, a remarkable athlete is Kenneth Fareed. You throw a pass anywhere near him, and he'll finish it off in style.
And that unleashed chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Cover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive that exciting play. And the Heat call time here.
And they're committing an awful lot of fouls here, and not of the good variety. You don't want to give up easy layups, sure, but it's been a non-stop parade to the foul line.
And here is the 2K leaderboard with the list of the NBA's top rebounding teams this season. The Heat third.
You know, it's not necessarily a glamour stat, but make no mistake, their top-notch board work has been a huge key to their success.
Winslow dishes to Richardson. Back to Winslow. Wade at the elbow. High arcing shot, and he sinks the layup. Wade's got 6.
And you gotta like the touch there from Wade inside. A polished interior scorer who knows how to get to his sweet spot.
Timeout called, the Nets. So for the Nets, Davis comes in for Allen, and it's Rondé Hollis-Jefferson in for Shabazz Napier. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Dinwiddie kicks to Fareed. Now the pass to Hollis-Jefferson. Just 5 on the clock, and taken away by Johnson. Richardson gets a wide open look. No good from outside.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
Dinwiddie passes to LeVert. Nets passing it around. The shot's good from Fareed.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
And it's good, 2 points. 8 points for him.
And how about Wade going hard to the cup there, using his strength and athleticism to get past the defense.
Kicks to Davis. And Fareed has it in the corner. Davis inside. Yep, that one goes in there.
You love it when a big man has those soft hands. Rarely any problem converting that close to the rim.
Winslow finds Wade. Now here's Winslow. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
And here are the Nets. They're on a 15-6 run. Pass to LeVert. Fareed left side. Inside. They get a hand on it. Wayne Ellington's checked in for Miami. Miami's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. Richardson kicks to Ellington. Pass to Richardson. Fires the three. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got 6 rebounds in the game. Down low, here's Fareed.
One of the things Fareed does best, throwing it down. He's an impressive athlete with great power, too.
Richardson with it. 10 points for him. Pass to Johnson. Lays it up off the glass. Johnson's got 4 points this quarter. Brooklyn trailing. Here's LeVert. 13 points in the game. Fareed outside. To the paint. The 11-footer. Again, the Nets for 2.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
Now, here's Ellington. He kicks to Johnson. Shot clock at 6. Dinwiddie with the rebound.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
Oh, and just a soft touch on both ends of that pretty alley.
I got to say, when he threw the pass, I didn't know where it was going.
Neither did the defense.
Richardson, that's all good, and that's his 5th basket of the game. He's shooting 5 for 11 now.
Well, he doesn't waste too many of those chances close to the basket.
And it's Dinwiddie with the ball. Bringing it up now for Brooklyn. Johnson against Fareed. To the paint. Hollis Jefferson passes to LeVert. Kept alive. No good that time. Miami's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. So for the Nets, Harris is checked in for Kenneth Fareed, and it's Russell in for LeVert. The Heat also changing it up. Hassan Whiteside comes in for Bam Adebayo, and it's Dragic in for Josh Richardson. Whiteside finds Wade. Goes back up. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
A tough first half, but it's been a different story here since the break.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Heat.
And they haven't been pushed around in the paint at all in this game. They have been the aggressors.
They've worked hard tonight at crashing the boards as well. They've had a bunch of second chance points.
One shot.
That free throw good from Wade. Nets trail by 3. Russell kicks to Dinwiddie, and it's Dragic with the foul. So that will be his 2nd foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. And the first one drops.
Well, I really like this kid in college at Colorado. An effective player is Spencer Dinwiddie. He really does it all. Scores, rebounds, passes, defends. Good all-around player.
And he makes both free throws. 1:02 left in the third quarter of the game. Now here's Ellington, guarded by Harris. Up top, Ellington. Outside, Dragic. 6 to shoot. Here's Whiteside. And he makes good on the layup. Whiteside's got 21.
Really like how he used his body, got outstanding position on the boards, and then maximized it.
Dinwiddie kicks to Russell. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Boy, I like the way Russell used his body there, finishing through contact, and he'll go to the line for a 3-point play opportunity.
Free throw good, Russell. Miami's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight and nailed 5 of them.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, Greg, so the referee couldn't give him a free pass on that one.
The Heat have shot the ball well from the free throw line, 8 of 9.
And Dragic came into the NBA with something on his resume that not many other rookies have. He has a ring from winning the Slovenian Pro League the year before he came to America.
He doesn't get the second one.
Even with the miss, he got the big one there to put him in front.
It's stolen by Johnson. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
No question he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
And Johnson drops them both. Russell against Dragic. Russell passes to Hollis Jefferson. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Russell's got 6 assists now in the game.
And with the physical gifts that Hollis Jefferson has, he plays a lot bigger than his listed height.
It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Heat lead by 1. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. Let's listen in on what Eric Spoelstra had to say to his team.
Trust it. Good to great. Good to great. Don't settle for average shots. Move it.
Well, Coach Spo instructing his guys, Greg, to just take great shots.
I mean, no reason to rush into a bad shot, especially with 24 seconds to work with.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. On the court for the Heat, Olynyk down low with Whiteside. Dragic and Wade, the 2 playmakers in the guard spots. And it's Ellington in at the small forward. But they recover it.
Yeah, just nice hustle there. That work gets them the extra possession. Yeah, no question who's been the aggressor on the offensive glass.
Yeah, they have the advantage, a big one in second chance points. Those extra possessions really help an offense, and it demoralizes the defense.
Russell kicks to Dinwiddie. Misses the 3. The Heat leading by 3. And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. Here's Wade. That's tipped. And the pass to Harris. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Hollis Jefferson can't hit.
You must make that one. Even with the defense present, these are shots you have to finish.
And Miami making a change here. Magruder's checked in. He'd have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Dragic against Russell. Magruder passes to Wade. It's tipped. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
Yeah, you know what? Dinwiddie has good size at the point guard position, and he uses it well to draw fouls.
2.
And he makes the first. And so he hits both. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Wade surveying the D. Kicks it to Dragic. Ball's knocked loose. To the middle. And Whiteside with the basket on the assist from Dragic. 23 points for Hassan Whiteside.
And the D not really doing its job there. A little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint.
Here's Russell. Score the basket. It's number 6 for him this game. 6 for 9, 67% shooting.
Really putting on some kind of show here is D'Angelo. This is what everybody on that team wants to see more and more of from him.
Dragic finds Wade. And it's Magruder in the corner. Just 5 on the clock. Dishes it to Whiteside. The Heat need to get a shot off. And the basket by Olynyk.
And really the improvement as a finisher is noticeable for Kelly Olynyk.
Pass to Harris. Here's Dinwiddie. He dishes it to Davis. There's Hollis Jefferson. No good. That would have tied it. The shot by Wade wide open. And that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist.
He's definitely turned things around in this game. I mean, he was more of a background player in the first half. He's jumped center stage now.
Dinwiddie kicks to Harris. Right side Russell. Good for another basket. He's put up 10 shots and made 7 of them.
Taking the hit and still getting it to go down. Russell showing you some nice toughness there.
Dragic the pass to Whiteside. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And the upcoming schedule for Brooklyn. On Friday, they'll go up against Bradley Beal and the Washington Wizards. Then on Saturday, they'll be playing against Lou Williams and the Los Angeles Clippers.
Yeah, and Kevin, this is going to be a very trying part of the schedule for them. More than a fair share of road games on the dock for the team, and have not had an easy time finding success away from home.
And that one falls for Dragic. Allen's checked in for Brooklyn. Damari Carroll comes in for Harris. And Goran Dragic drops them both. Nets trail by 6. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Got a piece of it. And here we go. Wade heading to the hoop. And it's sent back by Russell. Inside. And Carroll gets it to go.
Terrific imagination, creativity. Russell already one of the league's more intriguing playmakers.
Down low, here's Whiteside, and the jam by Whiteside.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now.
Well, you know what? You don't want to do too much to get an opponent riled up. You got to be mindful of that.
Carroll against Olynyk. 5 to shoot. Here's Dinwiddie, and there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And the foul goes against Miami. And the first one drops. And so he makes both from the line. And it's Dragic bringing up the ball for Miami. They've led by as many as 14 points. Fades and shoots. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. 16 points for Wade.
This is a fantastic performance in this half. He didn't play as well in the first, but you just know with this guy, he's always ready to turn it around.
Carroll kicks to Dinwiddie. And there's the foul. It's on Rodney Magruder. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Josh Richardson's checked in for Dwayne Wade. Here's Hollis Jefferson. 6 on the shot clock. Out of bounds. Miami takes possession. The Heat leading by 6. Outside Dragic. Here's Whiteside. That's in, coming off an assist from Dragic. Whiteside's got 6 here in this quarter. Nets have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the 4th quarter. Russell against Dragic. Allen finds Carroll. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Foul. Out of frustration. Russell, as he often does, dictating the tempo.
The first one falls. And so Russell hits them both. The Heat have gotten more than 58% of their attempts to go down for them in the 4th quarter. They're 7 of 12. To the middle. And the jam by Whiteside.
And he's just always an easy target on the alley-oop. With Whiteside's size and wingspan, it's just a matter of putting the ball up there where only he can go get it.
Dinwiddie passes to Hollis Jefferson. Let's keep it alive. Doesn't go that time.
And another miss. Ooh, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
And Brooklyn making a change here. LeVert's checked in. Here's Russell. Over to the wing. Here's LeVert. He's covered by Whiteside. LeVert the pass to Dinwiddie. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Here's Magruder. LeVert grabs the miss.
And there was no effort on behalf of the defense. None. I mean, the shooter has to be upset with himself for missing that shot.
Russell makes it off the glass. Russell's got 23.
Excellent size and feel for the game. D'Angelo really just scratching the surface of his potential.
Here's Dragic. It's deflected. Here's Dinwiddie, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. They get Hassan Whiteside. That free throw, no good. And he sinks the second. Miami leading by 5. Outside Dragic. Pass to Olynyk. Magruder kicks to Richardson. Shot clock at 5. The feed to Whiteside. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
Moving it around. 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And Greg, you know nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
Here's Dinwiddie. Feeds it to Allen. And the foul called on Hassan Whiteside. That'll be foul number 5 on him. And due to the bonus, we'll be headed to the free throw line. First free throw is good. Wayne Wade's checked in for the Heat. That misses, so he splits the free throws. And it's Dragic with the ball for Miami. Passes it to Whiteside. Tipped away and stolen by Russell. Here's Allen. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Whiteside, and so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game. And the first one at the line is good. That one is no good. Got a piece of it. Tries to save it. The Heat leading by 5. Here's Dragic. Buries it down low.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 4 of 10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold. Here's Dinwiddie. Got a piece of it. And he gets it back. Here's LeVert. Richardson cover. Russell trying to free himself up. And again, no good by Brooklyn. They double him with Russell. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. So it's Miami now. Olynyk dishes to Richardson. Good ball movement here by the Heat. Just 4 to shoot. And the shot is good. And it's a 9-point Miami lead.
And just great offensive execution by both sides, leaving nothing on the table.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Greg, both of these teams completely aligned, in sync right now. I mean, they are torching the Nets late in this ball game.
From outside the arc, rebounded by the Nets. Allen's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. It's stolen by Dragic. From 17 feet out, Allen with the rebound. Allen's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Inside, powered down after the assist, let him into the lane.
Well, you got to stop Carroll from getting inside because he's a threat to throw it down on you from this close.
The Heat leading by 7. Dragic with a wide open look. Rebound, Brooklyn. Carroll's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Here's LeVert. Richardson cover. And stolen by Russell. Here's the pass to Dinwiddie. Lets the 3 fly. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Russell's got his 8th assist here tonight.
Wanting to take on more of a leadership role, Dinwiddie delivering in critical moments. Big time.
It's Dragic with the drive. Carroll with the rebound. Carroll's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. To the inside. In transition, here comes Miami. Wade with the ball. Basket counts. And the Heat lead by 6.
Just love the focus when he gets around the rim. How huge could those 2 points be?
Dragic against Russell. Out to the right wing. Dinwiddie. And the Nets. Another 3.
And those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball game.
The Heat leading by 3. Dragic left side. Cans the 12-footer. Brooklyn's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on 3-point attempts here in the 4th. Russell kicks to Allen. Shot left block. And he lays it straight in. Allen's got 4 points this quarter.
A good score inside, and the defense really offering very little resistance.
Well, they don't have anybody to blame but themselves. Got to prevent them from getting good looks this late in the ball game. You got to come up with stops.
Yeah, he can surprise you around the rim. Olynyk has some lift.
And 1:01 left in the 4th quarter. Russell passes to Dinwiddie, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That's on Dwayne Wade. So the first one drops, and that shrinks the margin to just 4. And so he hits both.
He's got ice water in his veins, fellas. No way he's going to miss from the line when the game's still hanging in the balance. I've seen him make too many in this situation.
Dragic against Russell. Puts it up from 15. Swiped away. Dinwiddie kicks to Carroll. It's good. And that shot brings them to within just 1.
Now, that is cold-blooded.
Indeed it is. Love seeing him deliver when they need him most. No fear taking these shots. I love it.
From 12 feet out. Count it! 24 seconds left in the 4th quarter of this one. Dragic against Russell. 12 seconds left in the 4th quarter. To tie it up. Misses the 3. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game out.
Exactly. I mean, you got to stop the clock any way possible and hope they alligator arm a few of those free throws.
Timeout called, the Heat. They're up by 3. 3 seconds left in the fourth. And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Hassan Whiteside.
And Kevin, it's a no-brainer. He's controlled every aspect of this game, and it's just so fun to see a player perform at a level that's just higher than anyone else out on the floor.
And an intentional foul right there. It's the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So he gets them both, and it's a 5-point game.
And that's the knockout blow right there, guys. Those free throws should put this one away.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn. They're trailing by 5. 1 second left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
And this is what happens when you dig yourself a hole. It's hard to climb out of.
Well, to me, they look emotionally spent.
And so it's Miami winning this one. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
That's a good point. I mean, weaker teams might have buckled at the end with the crowd amped up, everyone in the building kind of rooting against you, but they stood tall and pulled it out.
Well said. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Goran, congrats on the win tonight. Bench really came through tonight. What all has to happen for this team to really be clicking?
I mean, everybody's playing hard, you know, even the guys from the bench. You know, we need everybody, even including the bench. Everybody have to be focused, play hard, and especially in defense.
True team effort, got it done tonight. Thanks, Goran. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. See you later.